right, it is, I guess 6:17 Central Standard Time. I'm at my pickup. It was only like 10 minutes from where I was staying the night at the Loves. I arrived and took in my information. I have an 8-digit pickup number, and they are seeking a 4-digit pickup number. Apparently, none of the 8 digits I have covers the 4-digit number they're looking for. So I sent a message to my company to get verification, and they don't they don't have any 4-digit number. So they're told me to talk to my fleet manager when they come in at 7, which is in about 42 minutes from now. It looks unusually bright through my camera. I'm not sure if it's really giving the correct light levels for this early morning Eastern time cloudy sky, but hey, doesn't matter. I'm here to pick up steel bar as soon as I get a correct load number. And since I have 40 minutes to kill before I have to call anybody, I can film. That's how the filming works. I find spare time and I capture what I see, what's going on. There's another flatbed right next to me, but it's not from my company. But they do have parking here. I'm not sure if they have facilities for drivers to use. There's a trailer ahead of us, but I don't think that's necessarily a restroom. And that's kind of one of my requirements for parking, if at all possible. So I stayed at the Loves and started my day. Came here anticipating that I had all the required information, but I don't. So luckily there is a 3-hour difference between my 11-hour clock and my 14-hour clock. So I have 3 hours in which to utilize that doesn't hurt my driving time or my driving clock. Excuse me. And if I'm after 30 minutes of sitting here, my 8-hour clock resets, so I'll be good to go for 8 hours whenever this day does start. And my 70-hour clock doesn't move while I'm not driving, so which is while I'm not on duty of any type. So, but the 14-hour clock will continue to count down until I've had a 10-hour break. And sorry, I don't mean to get into hours of service, but that's about all that's going on right now. This is a very large plant. It's in I'm in Steeltown, Pennsylvania. And, you know, you always hear about these old steel towns in Pennsylvania. I think this is one of them. It's near Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. And it's actually really close to Hershey, Pennsylvania. So they if they have extra steel, they can dip it in chocolate maybe. I don't know. So anyway, that's all that's going on for right now. So I'll probably, you know, stare out the window for another half an hour and wait. That's part of the game, and it's not too big of a wait if the people that I need to call in 37 minutes have the information I need. Oftentimes when when shippers have pickup numbers that they require, oftentimes, especially if it's a shorter number than what I have, it's usually a number within the large pickup number I have. So we shall see. I mean, I can picture them coming back saying, yeah, here's the 4-digit number you need, and it'd be the last 4 of the 8 that I currently have, which I gave to them. So, I'd hate to see that happen. But usually every place I've been to that requires a different pickup number than what I currently have, it's a completely different number. So I wouldn't see this as being any different. It is a load that I have to tarp, and it is raining here. So hopefully I can, do this inside. Possibly not. I've tarped in pouring down rain before. It's not raining that bad right now. And I don't know what their restrictions are for this particular product. We could be tarping it only because of the time of year and not wanting road salt on the product. So otherwise it may go untarped during the summer. Some places do that, so we'll see what happens. Got 7 minutes, excuse me, left on my 30-minute break. So I'm in Ohio, near the southwest of Columbus, at a service plaza. They all kind of look the same here. I have 5 hours and 53 minutes to get to a fuel stop, but I've only got like 4 hours and 50 minutes left on my available driving time today. So I will be getting fuel tomorrow morning in Gary, Indiana, and then drive on the outskirts of Chicago, yay, to go deliver this load, and then hopefully get something on that side, on the same side of Chicago. I'm crossing my fingers so I can take that home. But we'll do what we have to, and we'll go from there. The clouds, about, 20 or 30 miles back that way, it was blue sky. I left Pennsylvania, blue sky, and as I was coming in here into Ohio, I had some sun and blue sky for a while, and then these clouds, and it's a little bit chillier. It was like 46 to the east, and I don't know what it is now, but it feels cooler. Like, they could get snow tonight, that kind of cold, so we'll see what happens. It's an unusually warm winter, so that's it for now. My watch is way off. Okay, it's 7:25, and this is what I got, and it's hard to tell, but I've got some light above, so I can actually kind of show the load even though it's dark. It's 32 feet long, and let's see here. Okay, it's 3 stacks of 2. Well, there's 2 plates, 2 plates, 2 and 2, 2 and 2. Each of these things is like a 2x8 of steel, and it's 32 feet long, and so it's 40,000 pounds. I've got 6, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, 6 securements to cover the length, because I have more than I need for the weight, so I had to secure for length. So you always go with whatever's more. And I have 2 my canvas tarps, and then my 2 steel tarps. So this earlier today, I was waiting for my 4-digit code. I finally got it and was able to go back and get this loaded really quick. I also put the bulkhead. You can barely see the chain. It's just around the one spool. And the tarp is nice and tight. Actually went together pretty quickly. You can see from like here over, there is no product. The product ends like right here, and then it goes to about here. So it's kind of narrow in the scope of the load. But let's see, what was I saying? Oh, I was, after I got loaded, I pulled up next to a guy who got loaded before me. And I think he was using his lumber tarps. I've seen a lot of individuals use some strange method of covering their load with the flaps of their lumber tarps. And I'm not sure if that's because they don't have steel tarps. But it was from I guess you would say, a flatbed-centric company. So I would think that he would have steel tarps, but I'm not sure exactly what he was trying to accomplish. But it was taking him a really long time, because I pulled up while he had tarps in place. I secured everything, tarped everything, you know, even put a bulkhead on, and was out of there before he was. So I'm not sure exactly what he was trying to accomplish. So, whew, it's 30 degrees outside. Excuse me. I apologize. I still have this residual type cough going on. So, I am at a service plaza. I'm in Indiana. I'm about I want to say about 45 minutes from Gary, Indiana area. I will be getting fuel near there in the morning, and then I'll travel around Chicago. I turned off my GPS when I got here, so now I'm restarting it so I can show you what I have left to go. But it doesn't start up really quick.
Proceed to the highlighted route.
Thank you, Mom. I will proceed to the highlighted route in the morning. All right. So I've got 139 miles, 3 hours and 9 minutes left. Let's have it. There you go. So I'm going to fuel there, which is near the reflection in my GPS is throwing off my focus of my camera, and I apologize for that. I'm going to stop here at stop 1 to get fuel at a Love's. I had to put in a stop 2 to get, because my GPS wants to take me through downtown Chicago, and no, I'm not doing that. I don't want to spend 5 hours of my day going 20 miles. That's insane. So I had to put in stop 2 to force my GPS to go at least outside of like the heart of Chicago, and that's where I'm going to deliver. So if I'm lucky, I will make it by Chicago without any troubles in the morning. I mean, that happens on rare occasion. Like when I was traveling, interrupted by a phone call from some anonymous number from California. I apologize. So I was traveling from Iowa through this on I-80 into Indiana, and you always touch the major traffic of Chicago, and there were no hiccups that time. So I mean, of course it was in the middle of the day, so people are working, except for everybody on the highway doing whatever they do during the middle of the day. I'm sorry, I'm about to go off on a tangent, and I don't want to do that. So that's it. We'll see if I can make it through Chicago tomorrow and get a load that gets me home on Friday. Relatively reasonable. Because working 14-hour days every day is interesting. I think what I'm going to do is do my 1-year review video here during probably the Christmas break while I'm at home, so I can pull up my my paycheck, because it has a running total of everything, and go from 1 December, when I started driving with the trainer, to 1 December of 2015, and see what it says, and show some averages and numbers, and we'll see where we'll see what we see, because I don't even know what we're going to see. But at least it'll give a good, I think, a representation or a snapshot of just me. This isn't representative of the entire industry, but just me, a guy who does regional and goes home every weekend, as far as what kind of average miles I get every week, my average pay, That's, and whatever else I can think of that would be interesting. So, see you tomorrow.